Tonight, a former Glynn County police chief has filed a federal lawsuit against 13 people, including the current Glynn County sheriff and former district attorney Jackie Johnson.
Now, the lawsuit alleges Sheriff Neil Jump and Johnson conspired against the former police chief and his chief of staff to dismantle the Glynn County Police Department and hurt the police chief in the process.
Investigative reporter Riley Phillips has been digging through this 60-page lawsuit. She joins us now. Riley, the suit alleges that the problems stem from a 2010 case.
Yes, former police chief John Powell was hired in 2017 after he says the Glynn County Commission wanted to find an outsider for the job. The lawsuit claims commissioners had concerns with the police department following the handling of a 2010 case where a Glynn County officer shot and killed a woman. The lawsuit alleges former district attorney Jackie Johnson decided not to pursue criminal charges against that officer, Corey Sasser, despite GBI saying he was in the wrong. Then in 2013, Sheriff Neil Jump was elected and started publicly calling for the consolidation of the police department and the sheriff's office, according to the lawsuit. Johnson agreed to study that consolidation, and the lawsuit claims she presided over a 2016 grand jury who supported the consolidation. Powell was formally sworn in as police chief in 2018, and months later, Officer Sasser was accused of domestic violence against his wife. The lawsuit claims Powell wanted Sasser to be held in jail for fear that he could hurt his wife again, but Sheriff Jump and Johnson worked to stop that from happening. The next month, Sasser shot and killed his wife and her friend before shooting himself. Now, the lawsuit lists out more attempts by Sheriff Jump, Johnson, and other law enforcement officers in the county to create conflict with Powell, including Johnson opening her own criminal investigation into Powell, which ended with an indictment that was thrown out by the Georgia Supreme Court. He eventually resigned in 2020, but his court proceedings lasted through 2024. He and his chief of staff, Brian Scott, are now seeking damages for the impact that investigation had on their livelihoods. I've reached out to Sheriff Jump, who said he is not commenting on the lawsuit. Meanwhile, I've reached out to an attorney who previously represented Johnson. I have not heard back.